Hello, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the pool party. I hope you can swim because we're definitely diving into the deep end with a huge splash of truth, facts, evidence, information, and proof. Swim. Say what you mean. It's talk about talking. How we listen, how we hear, how we speak, how we hear what we're listening to when we speak, how a listener hears what we're saying, if what we're saying, what they're actually hearing and or understanding. Is it clear? Swim. Say what you mean. Well, that's just the beginning of understanding, because after we get that understanding, how do we accept it? How we respond if it's not what we expect is paramount. Are you okay with the truth? Are you man, woman, human, or spiritual enough to accept the truth? Let's find out.
All right.
Welcome to The Swimming Pool with your host, Travis Bridges.
Bam! Yes, it is. It's Wednesday. The day for swim. SWYM. That is the acronym for say what you mean. I want to ask the question. Are you saying what you mean? Are you meaning what you are saying? Really? That's a serious question. So many people don't. And I have been chosen as the guy to bring awareness to how we listen, how we hear, what we say, how we respond, that kind of stuff. What do we do with information along the way? You ever had a conversation with someone when you're thinking one thing, and then after you ask a few questions, set up a few scenarios, hear a different side of the story, you say, okay, what I was thinking may not necessarily be the case. Then you have to take what you've used in the form of information and then reapply it and say, okay, now I can apply a different set of logics, if that's even a word, to the situation or whatever it was I was thinking. So with that being said, I just want to remind you to say what you mean what you say. Pay attention to what someone is saying, because oftentimes we may feel something, say something different, mean something else, but said something totally different. Just flat out getting the wrong understanding. And it's okay if you don't quite get what someone is saying. Give them the opportunity to clarify. It only takes a little while. I am convinced that there's an answer to every question and there's a solution to every problem. I've watched many detective shows. I've watched many headline news situations play out. One thing I know about truth is that it rises to the top. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you can find it right away. But if there's a rat somewhere and you smell it, you may not see it. But if you look and move enough stuff around, you will find it and get rid of that funky smell. That's what I call misunderstandings, funky smells. And all we have to do is, first of all, be awareness that there is an answer, there's a solution. However, we need to be willing to be open to it. Sometimes if you just want your way, you're just going to not listen. You're not going to be open. And sometimes if you think, feel, or believe something, it's even harder for you to be open to a different side of the story. Everyone should have their opportunity to at least defend themselves. You can't just go around accusing someone of something or just saying something about something or someone or someplace and then not be willing to hear a different side. Let's just say, for instance, you went into a restaurant and you had a negative experience. Don't think it's like that all the time. If you go in there 10 times and it's the same thing, maybe so. But don't crash someone just because you have a misunderstanding or even a bad experience. If you have no sin, or have never done anything wrong, then cast the first stone. By all means, judge everybody and sentence them, as my friend would say, give them a hair file, give them a fair trial, and then hang them. But that's not nice. If you really want the truth, be patient for it. And don't create a whole lot of damage either before you get the truth. Don't be so stubborn. I don't like using the word stupid. Don't be stupid. And let me see if I can clarify, because I think it's rude to call people stupid. Really, it is. It happens a lot. And then some people may do stupid things, but I don't believe people are stupid. However, if you think something someone said or something they did is stupid and you can talk to them and point that out, you don't have to call them stupid. They might even raise their hand and say, you know what I did was stupid. So I don't want to call anyone stupid. But if something you do lines up with what the definition, let me see what the definition of stupid is. Just give me a second. Hey Siri, what is the definition of stupid?
As an adjective, stupid means having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yeah.
Stupid is an informal term. As a noun, it means a stupid person, often used as a term of address.
Okay, I can deal with that. So now I know what it is. Lacking intelligence. Okay? I don't believe we lack intelligence, particularly as adults. Sometimes we lack information and patience, and that can be classified as stupid. So with that being said, I do have a topic. I do not have a guest, but I'm going to set up for a guest because I'm probably going to do this at another time. The topic for tonight or subject is men and women. Is there a difference? Well, is there? I'll give you a moment. Okay. I'm going to go on record and say, yes, there is a difference. And there is a big difference. Do you think there's a difference between a man and a woman? And what is the difference? What do you think the biggest difference is between a man and a woman? I'm going somewhere, but I'm not posting where I'm going. There's something that's inside my head now that I want to make sure that I'm clear about before I express what it is, where I'm going. Sometimes when you're talking to someone, they will try to figure out where you're going and then answer or respond according. And one of my favorites, Judge Judy, she says, don't try to figure out where I'm going. Just tell the truth and be yourself. And then you don't have to worry about being wrong or shamed or embarrassed of anything. Because if you are wrong in any kind of way, guess what the good part about that is? You have an opportunity to learn and grow. So don't feel bad about being ashamed or wrong if you're interacting with someone and maybe you think they're going somewhere or they're trying to get some information. Usually when someone asks a question, it's because they're trying to get an answer. That's simple, isn't it? And sometimes if you interact with someone and they think you're trying to get an answer, they want to impress you. So they'll say what they think you want to hear, or they'll say something that makes them look or sound intelligent. So with that being said, I have some questions and I'm going to be really short tonight. I think in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be gone. Hey, Anthony, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And everyone else that will eventually tune in. This really is a good subject, and I am going to finish it eventually because there's somewhere that I want to go, and I may need some time. But I'm just going to put it out there and see where it goes for now. Not going to be long. Oh, by the way, let me tell you about my day. Guess what I did today? I'm on day 14 of 75 hard, and I'm really on it. I started twice this year and had to quit, because if you know the rules of 75 hard, you have to follow it to the T. And if you don't, and then you lie to yourself, it's too bad. I said to my support group today, at the end of 75 hard, you're going to do one or two things. You're going to say, ooh, I'm glad I finished it and I feel good about myself. Or I cut that corner. I didn't finish the gallon of water. Or I didn't read the whole 10 pages. Or I worked out, but both my workouts were inside because it was raining. Or I cut it short because of something. Well, that means you have to start over. And if you agree to complete the mental fortitude strengthening challenge, then stick to it. So I knew the first 2 times when I started that I had fallen off. So I had to start over. And the second time I stopped, I waited about 2.5 weeks. So my son and his crew, they got ahead of me. So I'm behind. But guess what? I'm in it to win it. I see some difference already in my attitude, with the just everything. It's a grit building, process. And I'm in it, day 14. And I ran my 5 miles today. Took me 2 hours to do 5 miles. Yesterday was weird too. I did a walk. No, I didn't. No, that was yesterday. It took me 2 hours to walk that. And I was dragging. But today, I think I did it in 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's what my run time was. Anyway, let me get back on to my subject and topic, and I'm going to be out of here in about another 10 more minutes. So thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. A man and a woman. Is there a difference? Well, if you look at the gender, yes. Obviously. But things have changed since I was a lad. And in this day and time of whatever you want to call it, things really are changing. And are we going to change with those things? Or are we just going to let a man be a man? Let a woman be a woman? There's a difference for a reason. Sometimes I think a man, well, I don't know any, but if there are any men that may want to act like or be like a woman, they'll do it for convenience for whatever reason, or vice versa. If a woman wants to, well, whatever, conveniently, they can claim to be man or something like that. I know I just said something bad, and I will apologize if I need to, but I'm going to stop and just keep going with where I was going before I trip myself up, because I don't want to get in any trouble with anybody. Oh, I want to read, where I stand first before I start talking. I had it right here. I'm going to go find it again. And I wrote this some time ago, and I'm going to share it with you. I don't even have when I wrote. This is a few months ago. It's called Come On, Man. And it goes as follows. I'm so glad to be a man. I know my place and my role in society and in the lives of those in my circles. I'm proud to be a man, and I embrace manhood with honor and dignity. Although birth through a woman, I believe I was created by the original man. I don't apologize for being a man, and I refuse to feel guilty for being manly. My voice is deep. My structure is large. My muscles are strong. And my stance is firm. I accept the call and challenge to be a protector, provider, and manager of all things. My name is Travis, and I am a man. All right, with that being said, I'm going to ask some questions, and I will ask the questions again when I do have a guest, or if I decide to go the next time without a guest. Here are some questions. And this would be to a woman or a man. Here's the question. Are you sensible, reasonable, and rational? Yes or no? Do you see a man as strength and a leader and the head? Now, if you're not, from a religious background, you may not know what I mean, so I'll try to explain. Head meaning being a leader and being the responsible party. Whether you're a man or a woman, answer this question. Do you see a man as strength, as a leader, and as the head? Of what? Of who? Okay, here's some other questions. Is there a big difference between a man and a woman? Next question. Is a man physically stronger in most cases, yes or no? Is a man in most cases bigger than a woman, yes or no? Next question. Do you see a man as a problem solver? Okay. All right. And these are not questions, they're just statements, and they go as follows. A man compliments a woman, and a woman compliments a man. All right. That's it. That's all of the out front stuff. And I'm going to tell you how this started, if I can find it. Ooh, I think I lost it. Here it is right here. It started with something that I saw today. I do have a little time on social media here and there, and every now and then I'll see something. And if I see something, like they say in the airport, I say something. So here's something that I responded to today, and it goes as follows. Men, this person posted about asking men a question, and they said, name a time since time immemorial. I had to look up what immemorial means. It means like a long time ago. And I'm going to start over with my statement here, or the post that caught my attention. Men, name a time since time immemorial that telling a woman to calm down has ever worked. Okay, that's exactly what it said. So I'm going to explain how I took it, because maybe they meant something different. But pretty much the person was, I guess, being sarcastic in saying that if you ever tell a woman to calm down and you are a man, you're asking for trouble. And in my experience, sometimes that is offensive to certain types of women. And I guess it was a joke. Just so happened, I didn't think it was funny at all. So, of course, this post got a lot of responses. I'm going to read mine. And then I'm going to go. And maybe I'll finish this with a guest next time. You ready? I know you are. I'm going to read the post again and then my response, and then I'm out. You ready? You sure? Okay. Men, name a time since time immemorial that telling a woman to calm down has ever worked. Ha 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 ha. Okay, here's my response. Intelligence, acting out of anxiety, advised to refocus or calm down, could appreciate the source and authority of control. Anyone who allows their emotions to monopolize will not only find offense in order and discipline, but will ensure that it doesn't work. Unproductive behavior should be addressed accordingly. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you are out of order in any capacity, and someone reminds you in some capacity to refocus or calm down, why would that not work? That's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Christine, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and everybody else. I really appreciate it. This is therapy for me. Somebody said it today. They said the internet has made weak people, has given weak people a platform. I didn't feel offended by that because I'm not weak, but I knew what they were saying in the context that they were saying it. They were talking about something totally different. But I do notice that so many people have podcasts and live streams and shows and, you name it. Everybody's wanting to be heard and seen, and there's nothing wrong with that, including myself. But with that being said, I'm just going to leave that alone. I get to come on and share my thoughts, views, and comments and it's therapy for me because I do get to talk. As a guy who's considered a loner, I don't go anywhere, don't have a whole lot of friends, and this is how I socialize, I guess. Anyway, that being said, women and men, is there a difference? Men and women, is there a difference? We'll pick that up another day and time. With that being said, I'm going to play one of these commercials before I go, because I haven't been playing them lately. Let's see, let me find one. Oh, I don't have any. How about I'll just play the short subscribe? Oh, I've been getting some subscribers. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much. Thanks for the feedback too. And if you ever want to chat with me, I'd love to chat with you. Send me an email, travisbridges2@aol.com. Just put in the subject, swim, SWYM, and then I'll address something. I'll talk about it. I'll give my feedback. Of course, I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a doctor, a lawyer, or counselor or anything like that. I just feel like I've, been around long enough to where I can weigh in on something, and not be biased with that. Okay, I'm just going to close out. Till the next time, do me a favor. Find someone you need to say I love you to. Don't just say it. Show it, mean it, and let it be true. And this is the second to the last day because it's leap year. I just found out today that this month has 29 days and not 28. I learned about that in school, but I can't remember what it was. All I know is it gives me an extra day to pay some bills for the first of the month, especially with most February's having 28 days, unless it is a leap year. Anyway, find someone you need to say I love you to. Don't just say it. Show it, mean it, let it be true. Take good care of yourself. Have yourself a fantastic rest of the week. And guess what? That's right. I love you.
SWYM. Swim. Say what you mean. As much as this information is designed to bring awareness to how we listen, hear, and process, it is also a form of therapy. The little person inside of all of us needs to be heard. As adults, even listening to ourselves is a form of healing, strengthening, and growth. It's okay to speak, talk, express yourself, and be heard, even if you're the only listener. If our testimony does anything at all for anyone else, that makes the continued effort worth the time. Get the words out. You'll feel better, and that's a promise. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. I like this song. Look it up, Ben Sidran on the cool side. And it goes a little something like this.
Sometimes it seems like all the good times are gone,
But they're not.
but you got to keep on searching. You got to keep on, keeping on.
Keep on, keep it on.
For example, take me, standing back here today. I would not be here with you if I believed the things that the people say. You got to keep on searching, keep it on the cool side.
Keep on looking around. Good night, everybody. Thank you.